You know the feeling. You always tell yourself that you'll finally be happy when the next thing happens. When you graduate. When you land a better job. When you make enough money. When you meet the right person. When your body looks better. When life finally stabilizes. But here's the irony. Every time you hit a milestone, your mind immediately sets a new goal. You aren't actually living in the present. You are moving from one waiting room to the next, while the future keeps moving further away every time you reach for it. Here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. Most people spend their entire lives preparing to live, only to run out of time. Life is not a puzzle you solve once. It is not some glorious event waiting for you in the future. It is a direction created by small decisions, changing seasons, and the moments we often accidentally overlook. In the next 6 minutes, let's go through 6 truths about life to help you stop waiting, stop comparing, and start living more intentionally. Truth number 1. You are already spending your life. Most people act as if their real life hasn't actually started yet. They think, I'm still figuring things out. I'll begin when I'm ready, or this is just a temporary phase. But time does not distinguish between a temporary phase and your real life. The 2 years you spend in a job you dislike are still 2 years of your life. You don't get them back just because you haven't decided they were important yet. Your life is not about to begin. It is already happening. Truth number 2. Comparison makes you abandon your own timeline. We look at other people and wonder, why are they ahead of me? Why aren't I married yet? Why aren't I successful like them? But you are comparing your life to someone else who has a different background, different opportunities, different responsibilities, and a completely different starting point. Comparison is like running a race while constantly looking into the next lane. You lose your speed and you forget your own track. Someone else's lateness says nothing about your own path, and neither does their success. Truth number 3. Failure is how life corrects your direction. People often view failure as a verdict. I have no talent, or I made the wrong choice. But failure is usually just a way for life to provide information you couldn't have had without starting. A job that doesn't fit teaches you about the environment you need. A failed plan teaches you about the skills you lack. Don't turn an experience into your identity. Instead of saying, I am a failure, say, this approach failed. That is the difference between stopping and learning how to continue. Truth number 4. The quality of your life is hidden in your relationships. Many people spend their lives chasing money, achievements, and status, viewing their relationships as something they will deal with later. They think their loved ones know they care, or they'll call when work slows down. But life never sends a notification before a conversation becomes the last one. Success is like a beautiful house, but your relationships are the people living inside it. A house that is beautiful but empty is still very cold. Truth number 5. Everything is temporary, including you. People often behave as if what they have will always be there. Their current body, their parents, their friendships, their home, and even the ordinary days. Because of this, they take everything for granted. But life is like a song. Its value doesn't decrease because it ends. It is the fact that it ends that makes every note worth hearing. Temporary does not mean meaningless. Temporary means precious. Truth number 6. Meaning is something you create through participation. Many people think their life's purpose is a secret answer waiting to be discovered. They ask, what was I born to do? Or, what is my one true calling? Those massive questions can paralyze you, keeping you from doing the small, meaningful things right in front of you. You do not discover your life all at once. You build it while living it. Purpose isn't a destination. It's the way you choose to become more reliable, more helpful, and more present in the small things you do every single day. Life will never be as perfectly clear as you expect. You will choose wrong. Sometimes you will lose people you love. You will have hard years. You will change your dreams, and you will not get every answer you want. But a good life doesn't require you to know everything. It requires you to be present. It requires you to choose what matters to start before you are ready to learn when you fail, and to love people while they are still there. Imagine yourself in old age. You won't remember every email you sent. You won't remember what people thought of you, or every time you felt foolish. But you will remember the people you loved, the times you dared to start, and the ordinary moments that made up a stage of your life. The final question isn't, did I do everything perfectly? It is, was I actually there for my own life? You don't need to understand all of life today. You just need to stop missing the part that is happening right now. If you're ready to start living fully instead of waiting for perfect conditions, comment "Be here" below. If this video gave you a clearer way to see things, hit that like button, share it with someone who feels lost, and make sure you subscribe to Tiny Truths, because here we decode the simple truths to build a more meaningful life every single week. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next video.